Before we take a break and bring Phil in, I want to ask you guys how heartbroken you guys were about the Blue Jays. They just couldn't get it done against Cleveland.
I wasn't heartbroken, Frank, and I'm as big a fan as you are.
I was heartbroken. I really was, and extremely frustrated. And I'm not a baseball. I'm not a champion baseball player, and I'm not going to criticize the Blue Jays. But the pitching, I think destroyed us. I think, and I think I don't know if you guys want to agree. I think some of the calls were a little bit suspect.
Mm-hmm. Guys, go ahead, Bill. Throw your through.
All I'm saying is they couldn't hit. And if you look at what happened in the month of September, they hit squat. They got caught fire in Boston on a Friday night. They won 2 games. That carried them into Texas. They won 3. They went back into September against Cleveland. Yeah. Cleveland was so much better a baseball team and so well managed, and they could hit anything, not knock it out of the park. They'd hit it for a home run.
Yeah, but they only scored 12 runs in 5 games, Billy. I don't think they were a better team. I think they just played better. Your thoughts?
They had a better record, okay?
They had a better record, and they beat Boston 3 straight. That was my point. When you can beat Boston Red Sox 3 straight, you're a pretty good baseball team.
All right, how can you contend with a Blue Jay team after you lose 3 of your starting pitchers, including Johnny freaking Fingerbleed, who Gibbons comes out to replace what he's thrown?
I don't think that's an excuse, because I don't think pitching was a problem. I think that they couldn't hit. They could not hit.
How can you not hit against a greenhorn who's pitched 11 innings?
Well, I don't know what the rationale is, and I don't know what the answer is, but they did not hit.
How can you? Okay.
All the power, the bats were silenced by Cleveland. Would that be a fair statement?
Well, they didn't make the adjustment, okay?
Absolutely.
They still were swinging for the fence instead of playing small ball, which they should have been doing a month or so ago.
They were going, just wait for the fastball. It worked in Game 4, which I predicted, by the way, last week, that they would win here on nextsportstar.com. Just stay off the curves. Stay off the freaking sliders.
If you look at Tulowitzki and Martin, they were 1 for 40.
Unbelievable. You're right, Bill.
And we never did find out how injured are these guys. It never did come out, okay? They've managed to keep this.
Hurt. I don't think Tulowitzki was hurt.
Yeah, but I'm saying the third baseman was hurt, the catcher was hurt. They had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, but nothing to keep them out. Still, who are we going to put in?
It's not about that.
Martin had a bad knee, so suck it up and take a freaking cortisone shot. The fact that their number 3, 4, 5 hitters went 2 for 33, unbelievable. Oh,
not good enough.
I'm not disappointed.
Not good enough.
I'm pissed.
I thought their bats were completely silenced. I agree with what Bill Watters said, and that was the reason they lost. That's it.
To that pitching staff, please give them a lead after 2 innings and the game's over because of Andrew Miller, and here comes Allen from the bullpen.
Just not good enough. Okay, they have Miller. They got this guy at the trade deadline. This is the management's fault.
It's a massive choke.
No, it isn't. They're not good enough. Cleveland was a better team. Okay, simple.
But the Blue Jays were the heavy favorites to win.
Who?
The heavy favorites, the betting favorites.
How could the Blue Jays beat a better team?
They were
sitting out the fucking World Series.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone expected them, Frank.
Baseball told us the Blue Jays would be better because they had depth in pitching. Don't tell me that again.
Cleveland did everything. Cleveland did.
Had depth in pitching. They used 7 pitchers in 1 game. That's depth.
And who were they, Bill? They were the dregs of the.
No, one was Miller. The key to the whole thing was Miller.
Yeah. Okay? The dregs of the Cleveland pitching staff and their AAA.
I don't give a shit. The whatever terminology, whatever disparaging remark you want to make about the pitching of the Cleveland Indians, they silenced the bats. We were supposed to be the big hitters in the major leagues this year, and they were fucking silenced. That's the game I saw.
The Jays hitting was completely. No one can believe it. Cleveland's in the final against the Chicago Cubs. Jays had every opportunity.
They had already gone south in September. Come on, this team was going backwards.
One of the biggest meltdowns in Blue Jay history.
I agree with you 1,000,000%.
Blue Jay history.
They went backwards, and I agree with what Billy said. They got lucky. They got a 2-game streak. But the Blue Jays, for the last 2 years, 3 years, everybody's known that they could be beating them, and all of a sudden, the bats start to fucking wake up, and they start hitting them out of the park. And you guys know that. And all the whole strength and the whole asset and all the pressure is on the batting. And I'm not going to complain about the Blue Jay pitching because they didn't get blown out by any of the games in Cleveland. They couldn't fucking hit.
That's right. And you don't think that is not a choke?
It's not a choke, because
It
then
is a joke.
you got Joey Bats whining. There's a conspiracy. Basically called it a conspiracy. What a bunch of bull. He couldn't hit. All right,
Couldn't
simple
hit.
as that.
None of them could
Tulo,
hit.
Double
They
E,
were silent,
Martin.
and that was the end of that.